To be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Seahawks going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's go out to AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back-centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action to bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. On third down, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now Wilson on first down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Justin Durant doesn't get mentioned very often in conversation, but at the end of every game, he's made a lot of tackles.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. he's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. On second down, Rawls. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Short boot, take it at the 21. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys! Terrence Williams, 54 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Wilson on second down. Incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
First down, this is Rawls. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Wilson looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On third down, Wilson. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie.
Here we go.
Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 52 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. On second down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Third and long, it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And they get 28 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And now they're in the hurry-up. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio!
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Kearse. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Third and 2, now Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. What?
A first down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And quickly they get to the line. 1st and goal from the 5. Now Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Check 4. Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. What?
10th carry now for Elliott. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Time for a break. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. We're back to see what happens after this. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger thing. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
4 down, 4 down. Let's go. What? 90.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue.